Now we're going to talk about forbidden parallels and voice leading issues in third species. Like second species, we have to worry about more than just the immediate successions. And as you may have guessed, with so many more notes, we've got more successions to worry about. So this is going to be a little bit complicated. Certainly, as in second species, we have to think about the immediate note-to-note successions. So from beat 4 into beat 1 is always going to be an issue. It moves in parallel from beat 4 into beat 1. So that, of course, beat 4 to beat 1, you always have to be paying attention to. Now we might try and fix this by just switching the order of the notes. As you may have guessed, that's not going to work. Oh, sorry, I need to change something else. That's now a leap from a dissonance. Let's turn that into a passing tone. Do you hear that accent, that special sense of, oh, that fifth? Fifths always stick out a certain amount, but that really sticks out. Sound is inside of the other sound. So we're going to hear fifths from beat 3 to beat 1. So whether it's a unison or an octave or a fifth, the same perfect consonants into beat 1 from beat 4 from beat 3, always an error. What about beat 2? Beat 2 is a little bit more forgiving, although it is still possible to hear them. Here's an example in which the fifth is going to bother us. Sorry. So there I get the fifth. There's that accent, that strange popping out of the fifth that we get. So it is possible for this to happen. The reason that this happens is because we leaped, we drew attention to that fifth on beat 2. If it's possible for this to work out, if you can approach it by step instead, so if we change it to this, if it's in the midst of stepwise motion, beat 2 to beat 1 is not going to bother us. Listen to how much softer that fifth is at the end. I'll play it again this way. And now the way it was before. Sorry. You see that different quality? Sticking out, it goes away. So much softer this way. So, beat 4 to beat 1, always an error. Beat 3 to beat 1, always an error. Beat 2 to beat 1, only if you leap into the perfect interval on beat 2. What about beat 1 to beat 1, which was an error in second species? It's actually okay, so long as you only have 2 octaves or 2 fifths. Chain them together, do more of those, and you'll start to hear them with a new problem. But just 2 is okay. Well, when I go back to it, of course, immediately, doesn't bother us as parallel octaves from downbeat to downbeat. So again, as long as it only happens once. So, and as with second species, you never have to worry about any kind of a voice leading error into anything other than the downbeat. It's only the downbeat we're concerned with. So what you want to do when you're checking for errors is look for any time you've used a perfect interval on the downbeat. Go back 1 quarter beat. If there's the same perfect interval, you have a problem. Go back 2 quarter beats. Same perfect interval is a problem. Go back 3 quarter beats. It's a problem only if you leap into it. Downbeat to downbeat, only a problem if you go yet another whole measure back and you've got that same you've got that same perfect consonance, 3 downbeats in a row.